What's up, you guys? I'm going to keep this as short as possible because Chernobyl, again, simply put, is currently broken on PSVR2, which is a shame because it seems like it could be a pretty decent story-driven time-traveling puzzle game, but the problems begin right from the get-go. After witnessing some really high-res, nice environments in true blacks from the PSVR2's OLED panel, along with some decent, if a bit subdued voiceovers, you take one step forward and the troubles begin immediately. The frame rate stutters constantly and hitches for a second every time the game autosaves. Drawers and cabinets flail around and fall off their hinges, and the crouch button is disabled in standing mode. This is not a good way to start, and if you're able to push forward and play Chernobyl again without the frame rate making you sick, well, you're in for a wild ride. I mean, it's cool that you can pick up so many things in the environment. You're taught how to use your watch, which, like Wanderer before it, houses your inventory, and then taught to use a time-traveling device disguised as a suitcase. It's all a bit on the janky side, but it's the kind of jank that's usually worth putting up with in order to play a fun VR game from a small team. Unfortunately though, after about an hour, you get to a point where the game just breaks. It asks you to use an antenna to find a signal, but the antenna doesn't respond at all. Now, this next part of the Bryan Bite does contain a spoiler for a puzzle in the game, so if you don't want to know anything about Chernobyl again, skip ahead to the rating, which will be timestamped in the video. The game asks you to find 2 codes hidden on the walls with a UV flashlight, and once you've found them and entered them, Chernobyl again refuses to recognize that you've done it, so the game doesn't move forward. And I know how this is supposed to work because I already played it on Quest 3 a couple days ago. Now, you can actually work around this bug if you cheat and know where the antenna is supposed to go, but why should you have to? They're charging $30 for this game and it's clearly not finished. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, it's all a little frustrating for a game with a ton of potential. I'm looking forward to some patches that'll address the frame rate, the jank, and the game-breaking bugs. And when those happen, I'll be certain to deliver a full, updated review on the channel. Until then, 0 out of 3 paws.